Hi, it's Faye from Faye's Journal Emporium. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new journal share. This is another document style journal that I just absolutely love making this style. I've used digitals from several different people, and I will be sure and list those below the video. The main theme for this journal is a Paris fashion from the late 1800s, and the main digital papers that I've used are from Souvenir de la France. So let's get started. This journal measures 11 1/4 by 4, and there's one signature with 20 sheets of paper for a total of 80 pages. I used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to put this together rather than the actual document style that Rachel has used. This particular digital came from Lorna Taylor, and I've used a file folder and attached it to the file folder. It's tied shut with a sari silk tie closure. This just wraps around like that. And then the interior is a beautiful hand marbled paper that I found at a sale. And I loved it so much that I wanted to put a pocket, but I didn't want to cover up the paper. So I've used a vellum pocket. This illustration from Harper's Bazaar. And again, there's journaling space on the back of these. I've used a lot of Sam Poole's fabric swatch things, and some of the illustrations in here are from her too. Some of the laces are actual vintage. This one is not. It just fits in there and kind of hangs out. As I said, the theme is like Paris fashions, and they're just absolutely gorgeous papers. I've used stamps from Lorna Taylor to make some of the pockets. There's a journaling space there. And there's a large tag in this envelope. These are from the Graphics Fairy. Lots of journaling space. And then this flips open. There's a little tag here. And then there's also a page that you can journal on the back. And then there's all this journaling space. Let me be sure I'm still in frame here. There's some more lace swatch cards, and this is actually some vintage lace that I've had. And the backs of these cards have really nice illustrations on them too. That tucks in here, and then there's another little one that's just clipped there. Sorry, silk ruffles. More illustrations. Journaling space here and here. It's a beautiful paper from Lorna Taylor. This one is from Ruby and Pearl, Heather Ruby and Pearl. And then I did a fold out. I'm inspired by Carol Laws, who does these great fold outs. And so I tried that with this illustration. Let's see if I can get it all in frame. This illustration is from Ephemera's Garden, and it is a bride from, again, Harper's. Some lace and a little button here. And then there's 3 different little swatches. There's the month of June calendar in French, a vintage digital. And I thought it was like a June wedding. And so these are the fabrics that she's picking for this particular dress. And there's journaling space on the back of that. Lots and lots to writing. And the fabric swatch here. And this is a digital of an old button card, I believe. This is another little fabric swatch here. Some linen. There's journaling space there. But I keep moving this, I'm sorry. And a collage using, there's a lot of the Tim Holtz paper dolls in here too. Another sari ruffle. This is from Sam Poole, and she used the button card, vintage button card. Just tucks in there. There's a little piece of lace here. Another piece of fabric. And a little copy of a vintage cabinet card, and then I've added some stamps from Sam Poole and some little vintage buttons. There's journaling space on that. And then this particular illustration, digital, did not have any swatches on it, so I've added fabric swatches to this one. There's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. There's some more of the fabrics. This is another one of my favorite cabinet cards. It's an illustration of the bride. It's so pretty. And it just tucks behind there. The Tim Holtz. And then this is another really cute card. That it's a button card, and then I've just put the illustration here. And there's journaling space on that. It's washi tape. The handwriting is so pretty. And then this is another one of those illustrations that folds out. Pull this over here so you can see the whole thing. This is again from Harper's magazine, and it's a beautiful embroidered cashmere opera cloak. It'd be beautiful. And then again, this is from from Lorna Taylor. This is one of her stamps, and I made this little card with journaling space on it, and there's a little vintage button there about the corsets that they wore. And then this has all this space behind that, and there's a lace on there. Here's another one of the cards, journaling cards from Harper's. And then this is a little copy of an illustration from a magazine about an Bon Marche in Paris, and it's all these little purses that they had. And there's journaling space on the back of that. And then there's space to journal up here too. There's another illustration. Journaling space and some washi tape. And then this is an envelope that I made using one of the pieces of Sam Poole's digital, and some washi tape and Tim Holtz and a vintage stamp, and then there's just some linen paper in there right on. And there's journaling space here. Another beautiful illustration. These are from Ephemeris Garden. And then this back is the lace papers from Heather at Ruby and Pearl. Another ruffle. Another little card using the button cards, and then photo, some vintage lace and some vintage buttons. Really good, nice illustrations. They printed out this kit printed out really well. I just recently bought a laser printer, and the difference is amazing. And then the tuck spot here, with again the laces. There's another little one clipped there. Another journaling card here. Another one of Lorna's beautiful Paris stamps. And then this is the back. And again, that beautiful paper. And then this is a little booklet that I made using some of the illustrations, and it's got tea-dyed papers in it and little cards that you could add pictures to or whatever you'd like to do. So that's the journal. I had a wonderful time making it. I love working with the laces, and here's the back of that, and I've added some of the faux tape. And I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is just one of my favorite style of journals lately. So she will be available in my Etsy shop. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to all my new subscribers, and thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone's well.